Hey everybody, today's April 19th, and today we're going to look at the price of Dogecoin. So over the weekend, we saw a big crash in Bitcoin, and that caused the price of Dogecoin to pull back a little bit, but Dogecoin's actually been performing very well since we've had a strong bounce despite the pullback, and Dogecoin is actually outperforming other altcoins and other cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has come down, it recovered a little bit, but it's also pulled back. But Dogecoin has since recovered very strongly, and it's actually up, of course, 20% in the last 24 hours, right? So Dogecoin's performance is very impressive right now. So the question is are we gonna see follow through? Are we gonna continue higher? Or is this going to end up being a bull trap, and will Dogecoin finally pull back down and end this incredible rally? Before we begin, please read this disclaimer, and you can pause this video as you read it. Okay. So in our last video, we talked about how Dogecoin tends to move in a very predictable sort of like staircase pattern where it'll pump and then move sideways, touch this moving average, the short-term moving average, which is the 50-day simple moving average, and then pump again. In the last couple months, we've seen it touch this moving average over here and then pump up higher, and then we saw it consolidate and then touch the moving average and then pump up higher. So the question is this thing going to come down and move sideways for a while and touch this moving average as it comes up over the next couple of weeks and then push up higher? Or are we just going to keep ripping up higher before we consolidate, right? So let's first look at possible catalysts, right? Let's look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin's been doing very well. Right now it's the number 5 by the supply cap or market cap, I guess. Which is incredible because just a couple of weeks ago it was like way down here, like in the 20s or 30s, right? So it's just very impressive, its performance. Obviously up 450% in the last 7 days, and it's been outperforming all other cryptocurrencies in the last 24 to 48 hours. Despite Bitcoin flash crashing over the weekend, Dogecoin has recovered significantly compared to the other cryptocurrencies. So it's very impressive performance by Dogecoin. So another thing is today's April 19th, right? So tomorrow is 420 day, which of course is a very popular day in marijuana. So it's kind of like a joke that 420 day is like also Doge day, and a lot of this has to do with Elon Musk. Every time Elon Musk tweets, there just seems to be a lot of hype, especially if he tweets about Dogecoin. He doesn't have to say anything regarding Dogecoin. He can like tweet like Doge about the dog itself or anything, but like that will usually cause the price to go up just because people are anticipating perhaps Elon Musk might accept Dogecoin as payment for Tesla, just like they accepted Bitcoin as payment. But who knows? It's a lot of speculation, a lot of like momentum, right? But within the next couple of days, Elon Musk, his company SpaceX, they're gonna launch another rocket into space, and people are thinking that maybe he'll say something regarding Dogecoin, right? And so so people are preparing that Doge Day could be like a big day for Dogecoin. We might see the price pump up even more, even though it's been performing very well, right? So let's see what people are saying, right? 69 cents on 420, right? Right now the price is 39 cents. So yeah, people are yeah, I feel like there's a massive pump coming for Dogecoin. On 420, Elon Musk will post a picture of Dogecoin dog smoking a blunt. Watch. So yeah, this is a lot of. We talked about how Dogecoin is really fun. It's a really fun cryptocurrency. It was created as a joke, right? But it's one of those cryptocurrencies that like it's not trying to take itself too seriously, and I think a lot of people love that. Dogecoin right now is probably the most fun cryptocurrency in terms of just the community behind it, right? But when you have something where there's a lot of people behind it, of course, that's going to give you a lot of momentum to the upside, to people rushing in and pushing the price even higher, right? Because that's going to attract a lot of buyers, especially a lot of young buyers with a lot of money. We know like people with their stimulus checks now, they do have some money that they can put into the market. And Dogecoin being like 39 cents, it's relatively cheap. You know, you see something like Bitcoin, it's like $55,000. It's like that's pretty expensive, but I can afford something that's like 39 cents. And you can buy a lot. You can buy hundreds or thousands of Dogecoins, and it feels like a lot. Whereas you're buying like 0.0001 of a Bitcoin, which doesn't feel like that much. So I think that it really appeals to people, especially younger people who don't have a lot of money. But collectively, a lot of younger people with not that much money combined together, that's a lot of money, right? So that can help push the price even higher, especially if people are expecting a pump tomorrow, 420 day. Now here's the thing. There's something called a sell the news event, right? That means that it's possible that the price could be rising, but it could be pricing in something spectacular tomorrow, right? So we might actually see a sell the news event where tomorrow at 420, like Elon Musk very well could tweet something. He could tweet something that regarding Dogecoin, right? But the price could still go down because people are expecting something spectacular to happen, right? So that could be priced into the price, and we could see profit taking, right? Because the thing is, I guarantee you there are people in the futures market who are leveraged long right now, expecting spectacular movement. Now what happened with Bitcoin is there were the same thing. A lot of people were leveraged long here and they got wiped out, right? I think there was like over $10 billion worth of losses over the weekend. So something like that could happen. Just to be careful, right? I'm not saying this thing's going to pump up higher or anything like that, but you need to be careful because there are smart people in this game, right? Yes, this is a meme coin. It's a lot of fun, but if you're using leverage, if tomorrow is a sell the news event and this thing comes down hard, right? That could be very dangerous. It could wipe out your account. So just be careful. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but it's just something to think about, right? Every time easy money is made, the market can turn and just rip your account apart just as easily as it can go up. So right now, Dogecoin is a lot of easy money, right? We just saw a coin market cap. It's up like 450% in the last 7 days. Easy money. Everyone's making money, and every time that happens, the smart money comes in and they find a way to just screw everybody. So screw all the dumb monies out of their money, right? So just be careful. We talked about how what I personally would not be buying right now, even though there's a lot of hype for tomorrow. Look, I could be wrong. This could go up a lot more, but just look at how much it's gone up in the last couple of days, right? We've seen a 600% increase. Now let's look at this pump, right? This pump is also around, well, it's a little over 600, but still, like to expect this thing to go up a lot higher, I think it's asking a lot at this point, right? Personally, I would not be buying at this level. I like to buy things when nobody wants to buy it or when it pulls back a lot, right? And I said this in a previous video, like if we can assume that Dogecoin tends to bounce off these moving averages, like over here, and over here, right? Then I would wait a couple weeks. For me personally, you should make your own decision, do your own research, right? This channel is entertainment purposes only. I do analysis, objective analysis. But for me personally, if I were to buy Dogecoin, I would wait for this moving average, this short-term moving average, this 50-day simple moving average to move sideways or to go up over the next couple of weeks for Dogecoin to move sideways. And when it eventually touches this moving average, like it did here and like it did here, that could be a good sign historically that this thing will likely push up higher at that point where it touches that moving average, right? Or like here, it can consolidate and touch that average for a couple of days. But if we look at the history of Dogecoin, I would say the probability is a lot higher that it's probably a better time to buy when we touches that moving average, right? So I personally, I'm waiting for this to consolidate and cool off for a bit and let the hype die down, right? Because if you're buying right now, and yes, there's a lot of hype, especially around 420, which is tomorrow, I guarantee you there's a lot of people who are just leveraged long right now. And I think that a lot of people the probability of them getting destroyed is a lot higher than this thing just keep going up another like 1,000%, right? So just keep that in mind. I don't want to be like a party pooper and say that Dogecoin is going to be at the top of Dogecoin, because I don't know. I really don't know. This has gone way higher than I expected, right? And when you have a lot of people who maybe don't have that much money, but are really like, they have a large population of people who don't have that much money, but they're really like enthusiastic. That large group of people collectively can have a lot of money, and that could move the markets a lot higher than you expect, right? Now, of course, we talked about the flight that's upcoming. That's going to be on April 22nd, right? So people talked about how on April Fool's Day, Elon Musk said that he would put a literal Dogecoin on a literal moon, right? So people don't know what that means, but they're expecting him to announce something. Maybe he will like announce something regarding Dogecoin, or maybe he won't. That was April Fool's Day, right? He could very well not do anything. But either way, it should be interesting, and I'll update you again on Wednesday, and we'll see whether the price of Dogecoin goes bananas again and goes up a lot higher, closer to $1. And by the way, I said in a previous video that I do believe Dogecoin will eventually hit $1. I just don't think it's going to go straight up, right? I think that you have to be realistic, right? Obviously, this move's been incredible, but I think the probability of this thing just consolidating for a while and then waiting for this moving average to come up and touch it, I think that's a lot higher than it just going straight up to $1 from here, right? Unless we get like some incredible news, right? Like if Elon Musk actually like accepts Dogecoin to buy Tesla or something like that changes the fundamental value of Dogecoin, then yes, this thing could just go straight up. But right now, there's nothing fundamentally that's changed about Dogecoin since like it was below like 10 cents, right? This is all just hype. This is all like social media hype pushing the price up. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're making money, but just be careful, right? I don't want people to think that this easy money will last forever, because usually when that happens, that's when you want to be careful. That's when the smart money is starting to bet against the dumb money, right? So just be careful. I don't want anybody to lose a lot of money or anything going, especially with leverage, right? So tomorrow will be fun. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the price. It'll be interesting to see the community react to 420. And of course, on April 22nd, it's going to be the flight, and we'll update again on Friday and see if Elon Musk says anything about Dogecoin. But yeah, we'll see how the price moves going forward. If you found this video useful, please like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe for updates. Thanks for watching this video, and I appreciate your support. Have a great day.